Follow us on Facebook at Off Script with Super E Podcast. Also follow us on Twitter at offscriptpod_1. Off Script with Super E recommends listener discretion, as these real but sometimes uncensored stories can be filled with mature content. Hello everybody, Jay here, back with another Off Script with Super E. I have made my way to A-Train Studios for this one.
Yeah.
Sitting across the table from my good buddy A-Train. Also, I may add a Academy classmate of mine, which since that's I understand that might be our theme a little bit.
That's what we've been told.
Right. Super E has told us what he's got in store. So, A-Train, say something.
You know, you got a little pep in your voice today there, Jay.
It's because I'm better with you, buddy.
Oh.
A-Train Studios.
Yeah.
It's what an atmosphere.
Yeah, it's palatial. That's the word that comes to mind.
It is. And the paintings, it's just, it's incredible.
The paintings. People are like, the paintings? My daughter's an artist.
A very good one, I might add. If you would, just take a look at our artwork. I mean, you know.
Oh, that's right. Yes, she's right.
Yeah,
she did our little Super E cartoon.
She did our depiction of our hero, Super E. Super E, what you got?
Oh, not much. I'm just basking in the 76 degrees. Since 2 days ago, it was 32 degrees out here, so just enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's a lot better today than it was, because it was downright cold.
It was freezing.
Yeah.
It was colder now, shit, my granddaddy would say.
Yes, that's cold.
Yeah.
Or colder than a well digger's ass.
Uh-huh.
Heard that one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, okay, well, Super E, man, tell us a tale.
Well, what I was going to talk about, because we can all relate to it, what it was like when we went through the academy. And, you know, I don't know if everybody's seen Police Academy. And, you know, that was kind of true to form. There was always a Tackleberry or a Hooks or somebody like that in your academy class. But I
George
remember
Martin.
And, you know, Jay was our Steve Gutenberg.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
One in the oven.
Everybody liked him.
Showed up with that shirt, one in the oven. That's right.
That's funny. Okay.
But I just remember when I decided to join, this was about early 1984, I applied. And,
okay, hold on. Real quick. A-Train. Early 1984, what were you doing?
Junior in high school.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Super E.
All right, now we're done doing the age shame. Anyways, and here's the crazy thing. I was playing semi-pro football with the Zupanzik Demons. Shout out to them.
Wait a
They're all
minute.
Great.
Yeah.
That's another episode. We're going to have to.
Oh, man, I tell you what, they were hilarious. But anyways.
What, can we Google that team? Is it Google?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I tried.
It's just like semi-tough. That was a good movie, wasn't it?
Was. Yes,
yeah.
it was.
So he was like Chris Christopherson, wasn't he in it?
I guess.
Yes.
Okay, tell us more. I'm sorry.
So anyways, you know how you go through the process. First you go to where you're sitting into the conference room at the police academy and they're explaining what the entire process is of what's going on, what's going to happen to see if you get selected or not.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys did this. That day you walked in and the first thing they did was hand you an empty .357 Magnum. You had to point it into a little ring, a little metal ring, and you had to squeeze the trigger 6 times. If you didn't hit the ring once, you got to proceed into the room. If you touched the ring one time, they threw you out.
What?
So they were like jerking the trigger, so it was touching the.
No,
Yes.
This is the screening just to be an applicant?
This is they said meet at the police academy at noon. As you walked in the door, they said stop. Here's an empty 357. Put it in that little ring that was probably about the diameter of the top of a Coke can, and pull the trigger 6 times. And if you went click, 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 ding, get out.
Wait a minute. So this is the first step in your
Very
applicant
first step, you walk in the door.
applicant process.
They say hello.
Applicant
They hand
process.
you a gun. You go click, click, click.
Okay. So
and if you do it 6 times, they say proceed. If you go click, 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 ding,
Okay.
get the fuck out.
Okay, so I just want to be clear. This is not the first day of the police academy.
No,
this is the first day of your
first day
application process.
Application process.
Holy shit. Could you
Way to rein him in on that one, Jay.
I was just trying. My God. Back then, how many applicants did you have for your class?
3,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So did we.
So did we.
So they could do shit like that back then and weed people out, screen you out, see you later.
Yeah.
I remember they tested our body fat. Do you remember that?
Oh, I do.
Oh, yeah.
And it was fine. I didn't mind it back then.
Right.
Now,
Back then, yeah.
I don't want him to test my body fat.
Right. No. Yeah. Mr. Jiggles.
Yeah.
We don't want that. Okay. Sorry, Super.
But anyways, I just remember there's this pretty sweet little girl that walked up and she was so excited. She goes, oh, I want to be a police officer. They said, squeeze this thing 6 times. Okay. Click, 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 ding, get the fuck out. And she just burst into tears.
And that's
And
tough.
I felt so bad for her.
That's tough. What a first stage in an applicant process.
Yes. So
I've never heard of that.
I make it through there. I go into this room, and all these people are wearing like suits and ties and everything, and looking all stiff and nervous. One fucking dude in there wearing a white tracksuit or sweatsuit or whatever. He had on the headphones with the Walkman. Remember 1984 with the big Walkman around his side.
Oh, the big orange headphones.
Yes. I was like, okay, this was pre-Flavor Flav, but if I had a time machine, I would say this guy looks like he's going to go into in the future and become very famous. But he's sitting there with the Walkman on, headphones on, music playing.
Was a baby face?
I have no idea. All of a sudden, you could just hear a little bit of because he had headphones on. So, anyways, so you have this instructor talking, and he's saying, okay, you got to do this, and you got to do that, and if you do this wrong, you're fucking out of here. And I was like, Jesus. Then all of a sudden, this dude with the headphones on, he shoots his hand up. And first thing he pulls his headphones off, goes, man, excuse me, but when are we going to get the bulletproof vest? And the guy goes, okay, you have numerous parts of the process you must pass before you even get in here. So don't even think about that. Gotcha, Chief. Puts his headphones back on. I'm thinking, how are they not ripping those things off this dude's head? So the guy's talking more about, you got to be, have your shit together and not fuck up. And then a few minutes later, guy shoots his hand up, takes off his headphones. Excuse me, when we getting our 357 Magnums? And then the instructor loses his shit. God damn it! Nobody's getting 357 Magnum until you pass the court. Rah. And so I'm looking over, I'm like, I was sitting there thinking, I was like Nick Nolte in that movie. I was like, far out. This is crazy. and they didn't throw the guy out.
Huh.
They just, would tell him to shut up.
And how far did he go within the department?
Well,
Is he a chief?
funny,
He's the chief. He make it the chief
yeah,
someday.
he's the chief.
Yeah.
It's funny that you asked, Jay. So, okay. So we had like 3 things after that, and then we had our interviews. I don't see that guy on any of them until the day of we had to go in and do our oral interviews. I'm sitting in there with two other nervous people, a guy and a girl, and the girl was just so nervous. And then I see this dude wearing the same tracksuit, headphones. He comes in and walks, and he just kind of looked around, and then act like he was sneaking into place, sits down with it and say, "Hey man, where you been?" He goes, "Oh man, I just been here and there doing this and that. I've been kind of busy." I said, "We're doing interviews today. Is you got your interview the same time?" He goes, "No, I had it about 3 weeks ago. But man, you know how things are. I had some shit to take care of, and so I thought maybe I could just slip in today." If I could just slip in today and do a real quick interview. I forgot to call him back to let him know where I was
gonna
at.
dazzle him.
Yeah, he missed his interview, so he's going to try and slide in. Yes.
And then
somehow I think his reject letter was already in the mail.
Yeah.
Because then the door opened up and like, "What the hell are you doing here?" He goes, "Man, could I just slide in?" Next thing I know, I heard a bunch of hustle and bustle, and I've never seen that poor gentleman again. I never saw him again.
Okay, so if I could, my hands up. So before you did all of this, did you have a written test?
Yes, and that was very embarrassing.
Yes, forgot about that part of it.
Yes, I think me and A-Train had the same problem, didn't we?
I don't know. Did you?
Well,
I got to go through my list of problems.
A-Train, was it you? I'm taking this test, and I see this. I had no idea what they were talking about. It said, "Do you have black and tarry stools?"
Okay, that's the MM.
What the fuck is this?
Okay, that's not. Wow.
That is the MMPI psychological profile.
Yes.
That's not the written exam.
Exactly. People are going to think that in order to be a cop, you got to, eat a burning tire.
No. We didn't have that written test you guys had to do.
Wow.
No, we didn't have that.
All
we had was the MMB. Yeah, we didn't have that written test. They did that later.
Oh, okay.
For the stupider people.
So you had
whatever.
I'm not going to go down that road with him.
Keep going.
I know for sure.
And is your stool black and tarry?
Yes.
You know what? I was like, what? So I raised my hand, and her name was Sandy. We all know her. She was from where I grew up.
Okay, where did it? Never mind.
Yeah.
I go, "Hey, what the hell does that mean?" And she goes, "Are your stools black?" I go, "No." And she goes, "Are they tarry?" I said, "No, they're not." "Then you would put no, wouldn't you?" I said,
Did you ask her about the questions about liking mechanics magazines?
Yeah. No, I didn't have anything.
So this is for the psychological dude.
Yeah.
This is not.
Yeah. We didn't have any written tests like that. We had to remember that was later.
Was there any other hijinks with the day you were there? It sounds like for your physical agility and oral and all that stuff. They did all that in one day back then?
Well, no, it wasn't all in one day. And then the day that the day I had to do my, they do a blood draw.
Yeah.
That would be your physical.
Yes.
They're just not randomly drawing your blood.
Oh, I thought you talked about the physical agility test. That was on a different day.
Okay.
You just had to go in and do a blood draw.
Go. Okay.
Hey listeners, this is A-Train. I am not going to put you through the misery of listening to the rest of this episode because it kind of went off the rails. So here are a few clips that I was able to salvage, and like I told Super E, they can't all be winners. Thanks. Bye.
And I'm with a girl. She said she goes, "I'm so scared. I don't like needles. I'm afraid." I said, "You're going to be fine." I said, "I'm scared too, but I'm just going to put on a brave face." She goes, "Oh, I wish I could be like you and not be nervous." I said, "Yeah, just do the best you can." They take my blood. And then they go, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah." I stood up. Next thing you know, I'm waking up and I'm half on a gurney, half off because I passed out and crashed.
Hey, let me ask you this, Super E. Did you pass out when you got shot?
No.
Okay, that's weird.
But when I woke up, that young woman was there. She kind of patted me on the head and says, "You'll be okay. You'll be okay."
With
I was like, patted me. I get in there, and of course, all the instructors and everybody's all got to act like they're huge pricks and act like they're tough, and everybody's idiots. I had never been yelled at except for my dad, my football coach, but they were like this. They holler out my name. They didn't say Supery, but I guess I can't use my name. But they're like, Supery. I said, yeah. Yeah, you son of a bitch. You don't say yeah, you say sir. Yes, sir.
oh God.
Yep.
I said, okay. Damn it to hell. If I hear you, you better say sir. Yes, sir. I said, no problem. Son of a bitch. I have to run and jump off this thing like they do when you, like the in the Olympics when you do a dismount off the, was it the pommel horse?
Oh, the pommel horse.
What we had to do was you had to stand with your back to your pretend attacker. Your attacker would run about 20 feet, spring off this thing, fly through the air, and land on you.
Oh.
Wait a minute. They'd spring off a springboard at
A
you.
springboard, yes.
Okay.
So I had Big Bill, and for some reason I thought it was a good idea to talk shit to him. I said, hey, Big Bill, I'm going to hit you so fucking hard, you're going to see stars. And he wouldn't say anything. He just kind of smirked at me. And I was joking around with him. So I got a big running start, and I was flying through the air at him. And I could see he was like waiting on me. Then he kind of turned and grabbed me by my shirt collar and my crotch, and he and just threw me. So I didn't land on his back. And I remember I was sailing through the air, and I was like, I kind of feel like Superman. And I was looking down, and I was like, I've kind of soared past the protective foam matting, and now I'm slowly descending to the hard floor, and I hit that floor, and it was just, you know how you got the floor burns? And you could hear me just screeching.
Oh.
You're not running out of material, are you?
Let's see. I could be.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's time to start making shit up.
Yeah. That's the day we